ready.
Welcome to another episode of Buff in the Rough. Today we'll hear from Emmitt Whipkey about hunting in southwest Pennsylvania, his favorite hounds, the Wind Ridge Sportsman's Club, and a lot more. Help me welcome Emmitt to the program. Well, hey Emmitt, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Sam. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. It's so good to have you on. I'm really excited to learn a little bit more about you and share that with everybody. But before we get started, Emmitt, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into rabbit hunting?
Well, my name's Emmitt Whipkey. I live in southwestern Pennsylvania. I got into rabbit hunting from where I started coon hunting, and I was running around to a lot of night trials and stuff like that. And I got to meeting people that had beagles, such as Jake Cumberledge and Logan Hamilton. And then I got into wanting a beagle. And well, eventually I wound up with one, and then I started going to a hunt. And then after that, it was pretty much every weekend going to a hunt.
Now, how many years ago has this been?
I believe it was 4 years ago, yeah.
Very good. Now, when you were running coonhounds, what kind of coonhounds did you have?
I had blue ticks.
Okay, good. Any particular bloodline of?
I ran a lot of the jet dogs.
Okay. Good stuff. That's good stuff. Well, outside of coon hunting, do you have other interest? Coon hunting, rabbit hunting. Do you have other interest or other things that you're into? I know you've been very active at school with like FFA and maybe some other things like that. What are you into outside of rabbit hunting?
Well, yeah, like you mentioned, I'm in the FFA a lot and do a lot of competing with it and stuff around here close.
Well, when you compete in FFA, like is it livestock? Is it what are you into?
Yeah, I'll judge livestock. I judge like land, like for crops and stuff like that.
How does I know this is way out in left field, but how does that work? What are you looking for in land?
Well, for land, you're looking at like the surface rockiness and how far down it is to like the bedrock and the real condition of the soil, really. You know, if it's sandy or has a lot of clay in it and things like that.
That's fascinating. I didn't even know that was a part of like FFA 4-H activities, because most of the time when I think of it, you get like something, and it may be a lamb or it may be a cow or something like that, and you raise it and show it.
Yeah, I've done that part of it as well.
Cool. Well, that's pretty interesting. Well, you mentioned you live in southwest Pennsylvania. Could you tell us what it's like to hunt there? Like, what's the land like? What's the terrain like? And maybe what kind of hounds you need to be successful there?
Well, we got a lot of hills around here, and we're normally going to be running in a little bit of a more open, just briar field, more so than anything. So you got to have a dog that's going to get in the briars and jump a rabbit, but it's got to have foot too, because chances are you're going to be seeing a few lines on it.
So it's kind of thick there and hilly. That sounds a lot like here where I live, kind of in western North Carolina. Cool. Okay. If you think as you got started, you've been doing this for about 4 years, at least the rabbit hunting part. And you mentioned Jake, but could you just tell us about some of the people that have had the biggest influence on you in these first 4 years?
John Hill would definitely be on that list. Jason Vandergriff, they've helped me out a lot. Randy Moore's been a part of it in there. And there's a local guy right here named Bob Weaver that gave me my first dog that really kind of got me started in it. He'd been a big thing in it.
And when they've had an influence on you, they've just helped you get your hounds and get started and give you pointers and tips on what you need to win in the hunts. I mean, does that sound about right?
Oh yeah, yep. They've just took me in and started teaching me rules and everything I needed to win, and they've really helped me out a lot.
Getting to know those rules is everything. That's a big deal. Well, tell us about some of your favorite hounds. Do you have one in particular that's just your go-to hound, or maybe there's been a couple, but what are some of your personal favorite hounds?
Well, definitely Crank, my high-strung Crank dog, and probably my 9 dog. We're kind of towards the start, and my Sparky dog. Those were definitely my big 3 to get started.
Mm-hmm. And tell us a little bit about them. Why do you like them so much? Is it their looks, how they hunt, how they sound? What could you tell us a little bit about where they came from, or maybe the bloodlines?
Yeah, well, I'll just start with Crank. He's a very consistent jump dog. He's going to go jump you a rabbit no matter where you turn him loose at, and has a lot of speed. He's a true line dog, in my opinion. He's Branco bred. He's straight out of Spotty Beast, and he come from a local guy right here named Dude Bennington. He bought him whenever he was young and started running him, and then Dude kind of got out of it, and I got the opportunity to get him, so I went ahead and picked him up. And then with Sparky, he was kind of my first real trial dog, in my opinion. He's a good jump dog. He'd always go jump you a rabbit. Had plenty of wheels. You just never had to worry about him. He was just a straight dog,
Mm-hmm.
And he's out of Brian Mead's stuff, that Outback chopper dog that Brian Mead had. That's what he's out of. And then 9, he come from Ohio, from Bill Cox, and he's a Reggie and Fox Creek cross. But 9 is an all-day hunting dog. That's just what he is. He's my jump dog out of the bunch.
Those sound like 3 fine hounds. I mean, I had an old timer tell me a long time ago that his first question, if he ever went to go buy a hound, was, will it jump a rabbit? He loved a good jump dog no matter what. It sounds like you got 3 that'll go out there and do it. So that's pretty awesome. That's a good pack right there. Well, as you've been around, and I know you love to compete, and I know you like to go to these field trials, what are some of the better hounds you've competed against that you've seen go?
Well, I guess one of the first ones that really impressed me was a dog named CNR's There Goes Pedro that Rick Smith owns.
Mm-hmm.
He really had impressed me, and then as I went on, I'd have to say Kristen Bundy's Deep River Bad Company. He impressed me. He's just a pure jump dog. And after that, I would say Shenango White River Bill. He was a very nice dog. He really stuck out to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are really good dogs. I mean, those are very well-known dogs, especially in the UKC circles. They've certainly all done their fair share of winning. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you've been doing this 4 years, and that may be a long time, and it may not, depending on how you're looking at it. But if you could put together, I call this the kind of the Mount Rushmore question. One single cast of 4 dogs that you would love to see go and compete against each other. And these could be dogs that are alive today, or they could be dogs from the past that have been gone for years. If you could put together that dream cast, who would you put on that cast?
Well, I'm going to start off with my Crank dog, and then I'm going to put Pedro in there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then Keaton Hamburger owns a dog named Big Meadows Black Hicks. I'm going to put him in this cast.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put Bill in there also.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a shoot out of a cast.
And those are all male dogs?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Lots of firepower there. Who wins that cast, do you think?
That's going to depend on the conditions. It's going to be who stays the most consistent, I would say.
Mm-hmm. That's a good answer. That's a very good answer. You have been very successful. I mean, you just got into this sport, and you've done a lot of winning in a short amount of time. Could you tell us what the secret to your success is? I mean, what does it take to win?
Well, it's hunting your dogs, I really feel, Monday through Friday. You can't just come to a trial on the weekends and expect to win. You got to really keep them pushing during the week.
Mm-hmm.
keep them in shape, and just you really just got to keep them right through the week to have them right on the weekends.
Mm-hmm. Is that hard for you to do, balancing school and all the other activities with keeping the dogs in really good shape, or do you always just know how to make time for them?
Well, I got a lot of help right here with my dad in the mornings. Dad will always run dogs in the mornings, and then when I get home, I always run in the evenings because I just ain't got the time in the mornings. But Dad does a lot of help with me for that.
Well, that's good. That's shout out to Dad. Thanks, Dad. that's a nice to have right there, to have somebody to help you like that. Well, Emmitt, I know this is a family affair for you guys, and I know your dad helps condition dogs and certainly probably goes to the hunts with you. But I also think your brother's involved as well. Do you want to talk about him at all and his role in kind of the family dog business?
Yeah, he definitely helps out a lot. He lives in Coshocton, Ohio now. So a lot of times he'll take the dogs out and he'll keep them out there for a month or so, put them in new conditions, different conditions. Just that way they're not always running the same stuff all the time. They get to see new country.
And I'm sorry, Emmitt, I didn't mention your brother's name.
That's Wyatt Whipkey.
Wyatt Whipkey. I want to say I maybe hunted with Wyatt one time. Maybe the World Hunt or something.
I believe you did. You hunted with him at the East Eliminator one year.
That's it. And the snow and the zero wind chill and all that stuff. Yeah, that was interesting. Those old Southern boys, we're not used to that kind of craziness. Yeah, that was something else. Yeah, we had a good cast that day. It was just really tough conditions. I didn't realize he was in Coshocton, but what a wonderful place to end up if you're into rabbit hunting.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good spot.
Public land up there.
What advice would you give folks starting out in the sport, and maybe even tailor it to young people getting started in the sport? What advice would you give newcomers?
I'd say definitely try to get in with some good people that can show you what a dog is. Find some people that's had some success. We'll see what they have to see what kind of dog it really takes to win in this format.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good advice. That is. Now, we talked about learning the rules earlier and how important, how critical that is to be being successful and being a good handler and being a good judge and being a fierce competitor. But if you could change or modify or eliminate one rule, what would it be?
Well, me personally, I would like to change the 3-line rule. I don't want to go straight to unlimited lines, but I'd like to be able to score more than just 3 lines on a good running rabbit. Maybe move it up to such like 5 or 6 lines. And I'd also like to be able to run the track and train collars during hunts, just strictly for dog safety more than anything.
Mm-hmm. I hear that one a lot. I really do. I think that's one that just makes a lot of sense, and I think that'll get changed, hopefully pretty soon.
I hope it does.
On the 3-line rule, I know in your part of the country the running's pretty good, right? I mean, you guys have pretty good rabbit population up there.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes we'll get lucky down here and line one more than 3 times, and that's always a lot of fun. I love just running them like you do. I love on the occasion that you could actually turn him back around 4 or 5 times. I think that'd be super. We don't get that a whole lot down here, but certainly when it's available, it'd be nice to take advantage of it. So I'm with you on that too. I meant to ask you earlier when we were talking about your part of the country and the rolling hills and the pretty thick briars. Do you have a favorite part of the country that you like to hunt in, or maybe a favorite club that when you know there's a hunt coming up at such and such club, you really want to go there because of the club itself?
Yeah, I really loved running in Indiana. I got in those open cornfields and stuff, and we was just rolling up there. Mm-hmm. I loved it.
It's hard to beat. Did you ever go up there and coon hunt?
No, well, yeah, I hunted one night in Indiana, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
I was on a dog out one night.
I was really lucky to go hunting in Indiana before coon hunting and rabbit hunting, and just had a blast. I'm like you; that is a terrific place up there. Um, lots of lots of good running, no matter what you're running. What do you love the most about competing?
I really like the camaraderie, everybody being together and just coming back to the club and stuff like that. But then I also really like seeing other people's dogs and what other styles of dogs everybody else is
Mm-hmm.
running.
Emma, do you talk a lot of trash when you're out on a cast? Or are you kind of quiet, or something in between?
Oh, I always talk trash. I'll get out there and just start picking on somebody every time.
Well, when you're telling me the people that were influencing you early on, I kind of thought there might be some trash talking in you. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
If you could build a perfect hound for you, I mean, you can go order it from the factory. What would that beagle look like and sound like and hunt like? The perfect beagle for Emmett.
I'm going to go with a 15-inch tricolored male. I want it to have a big, high-pitched, squally ball mouth. And where I turn it loose, I want it to take off on a dead run and just run through everything it can. I don't want a dog that's just going real slow and looking for a track. I want a dog running, looking for a jumped rabbit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'd take one like that. That sounds like a good beagle to me.
Yeah.
Now you've been out there a lot of times when we're in these hunts, and I know you've been out there on many competition hunts, and it seems like people focus on the negative, but there's a lot. I've seen a lot more kindness extended to people during these hunts than I have meanness. I mean, to tell you the truth, and maybe that's a good reflection of the folks that I've been hunting with down here. But what's the nicest thing somebody's ever done for you while you were either in the field hunting, or I know you show a lot too, or showing?
Well, with showing, I would definitely have to say when I was first getting into it, trying to learn how to show, I was just trying to watch and learn everything. And Angie Vandergriff pulled me off to the side one day, and she started setting up mayhem. And she just showed me everything you'd have to do to show a dog right.
Mm.
That was definitely something has stuck with me.
Oh, I tell you,
And
if you have somebody that's won the world willing to sit down and show you how they stack their hounds and how they how they get their hound ready, that's pretty nice. You can't get any better than that. So how about out in the field?
out in the field, I would definitely have to say where I was first learning how to judge. This was probably 2 years ago. At these local hunts, I got handed a scorecard one day with Jason Vandergriff. And we went out, and during this hunt, he had me judge it. I was the judge. And he just made sure to show me everything that should be done in the cast. He showed me how to do it properly, how to, from running the clock to win the score and everything. He really just sat down and explained it to me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And John Hill had also done that with me. He really helped me out on cast doing that.
I love that. I love that. I'm a big fan of someone who explains kind of as you go, so there's never any surprises at the end. You know where you are by the time you get there. That's terrific. You've hunted a lot, and whether it was coon hunting or rabbit hunting, I know you've seen some crazy stuff while you've been out hunting. So share a funny story, something weird that happened while you were out hunting, something crazy.
Well, there was a hunt down here one day, and Jake Cumberledge had to work midnight the night before. So he come rolling into the club. He was real tired. And I drew him, and the way it worked out, it was a 2-dog cast. It was just me and him. And we had went out, and we had already jumped a rabbit, and we had scored, I think, 2 lines on it. And we're sitting there, and we had just turned the dogs loose again. And we didn't know if we was going to jump another rabbit, so we just sat down there on the bank. We're talking. we're just sitting there, and all of a sudden I look over, and there goes Jake. He just falls asleep laying there on the bank. He didn't have a clue what was going on.
Dedicated houndsman to the end. That's terrific. You've done a lot of winning, my friend. I've seen your name and seen a lot of pictures of you winning, not only in the field, but a lot of shows as well. You got some pretty dogs. What are some of the big ones? Some of the ones that you're most proud of, or big memories of some of the wins that you've had?
Well, just right here recently, my Sparky dog, he made the Final Four of the Clash. That's pretty big to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely the furthest we've made it in that major hunt like that. I had a little female made the final in Nationals 2 years ago in the registered division. That one has really stuck with me. As far as the shows go, I've won. She just recently won NHBA days this year. My little Marley dog, and I won the Pennsylvania State Hunt 2 years in a row, actually, with her for shows.
Nice. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. You've hunted some of these big hunts. These aren't just your backyard local things. I mean, you're talking about NHBA days and the Nationals and the Clash. Those are big time hunts. I mean, those folks show up there. They're ready. They're wanting to win. Are any of those hunts harder than the other to make it to that final cast, to get to the end of that Final Four?
Yeah, the Clash was pretty hard for us to make it through there.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the conditions were hot and stuff, and it was pretty hard on the dog that day.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely had to fight for that one.
Mm-hmm. Well, everybody has buddies and family members and people they enjoy hunting with. Who do you like to hunt with the most? Do you have a favorite person you like to go out with?
I really like hunting with B.J. Davis, old Catmandu. He's a hoot.
Why do you like him? Why do you like hunting with him so much?
Oh, he's always got something funny to say. We're always having a good time when we're together.
And he competes as well, right? I mean, he's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to try to see if I can get him on sometime. Maybe he can tell us some funny stories.
Yeah, oh, yeah. He'll have some stories to tell you, I'm sure.
As you go out and compete, now, you enjoy hunting with Catmandu, but is there somebody you like to beat just a little bit more than anybody else? And that could be in the show or that could be in the field, either one.
Jake Cumberledge.
Poor old Jake. Why do you like to beat Jake so much? He falls asleep on you on the banks. Why you got to take him out in the field too?
Oh, if you'd see the text messages between me and him throughout the week of all the trash talk we got going on, it just means a lot at the end of the weekend when you can really rub it in that you beat him.
Emmitt, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years from now? I mean, you just got started in this about 4 years ago. You've been very successful. Do you think you'll keep doing this?
Oh, yeah. I'll definitely keep doing it. I'll be graduated from high school. I'll definitely be working then. So,
Mm-hmm. What's your plans after school? Have you thought that far ahead yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive a truck probably.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably start off in a water truck or something like that just to get started, and then after that I'll move up.
Are you going to drive one of the electric Tesla trucks?
I hope not.
I'm not sure how I feel about them, but I had to throw that out there. Emmitt, is there anything that I didn't ask you about that I should have asked you about, or is there anything that you want to cover or promote? I don't know if you offer your dogs at stud or have any upcoming litters or anything like that.
I'll offer any dog I got at stud. Crank, Nine, Sparky, any of them. They're all grand hunting beagles. 2 of them are proven reproducers. Crank just doesn't have a litter old enough to really tell what he throws yet.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2, they all got pups with cast wins. They're real easy starting pups.
And I meant to ask you this earlier when we were talking about clubs. Do you have a home club?
Yeah, Windridge Beagle Club. It's
Wind Ridge.
3 minutes from my house or so.
Well, that's convenient. That's really nice. Well, do y'all have any upcoming hunts, or is there a particular time of year when you have most of your hunts? And the other part of this is, how do people find out about it? Do you have does it have a Facebook page or anything?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page. Our first hunt for the year will be May 17th.
May 17th. And you talked about the dogs that you currently have with Crank and Sparky, and did you say 9?
Yeah.
And 9. Do you have, what's your young dogs that are coming up? Do you have anything that you're working on now that you're excited about that's kind of coming soon? This is the one you ought to be looking for maybe next year.
Yeah, I got 4 pups right now. They're all out. A little female I got, her name's Lacey. She's the one I was talking about, was in the finals of nationals. I bred her to Hicks, Keaton Hamburger's Hicks dog. Mm-hmm. And I got 4 of them right now, 2 females and 2 males. And the one that impressed me the most, his name's Pimp. And I think he's going to be a real spitfire.
I love hunting the young ones. They drive you crazy some days, but when they put it all together, it's just magic to watch their instincts kick in. I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, Emmitt, is there anything else you want to cover?
No, I believe we've covered it all.
Well, very good. Well, thank you so much. This has been terrific. I really appreciate you taking time out to share a little bit about yourself and your hounds and all of your experiences in the rabbit hunting world. Thank you so much, Emmitt.
Yep, you're welcome, Sam. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Buff in the Rough. And remember to like and subscribe if you want to be notified when we have new content available. And please send comments and suggestions to buffintherough@gmail.com.